Hello again. We are back. It's a very sunny day today. Really nice out right now. Um, so I was doing the challenge earlier today on the Xbox before my Xbox crashed because I found a break in the game. I keep forgetting it's a speed down. Yeah. So I wasn't so much spoiled from like reading the daily stuff, but yeah. Um, I did post in the Discord uh, that there was an issue with a oops with the uh, well, I mean, I guess it's partly my fault because I was not only breaking it, but I was also like doing it on the Xbox console, particularly the original Xbox One, um, and its stability issues. So, I mean, there's that. Oh, Papa Fly. See, in the Xbox, you don't even get Papa Fly, if I recall. This is nice. Get him, Papa. Papa! Yeah, things have been going well. Things have been going pretty smoothly for the most part. So we're going to Mom's Foot, so that'd be kind of a short run, really. I did see a comment made this morning by a Repentance developer talking a little bits about like some certain fixes, and he did confirm that they're looking into fixing some of the issues in the Xbox version. Not sure what kind of fixes, but nice to hear. That's a start. Because I know with the Xbox version, they had like a few issues that PC doesn't have issues with. So like, or of course, the glitching and the freezing and stuff to a certain degree. Um, or that one daily, that was the first time my game like kind of froze, sort of speak like that. But then it's like there were times it was just mostly like freezing in the beginning, like when it's trying to boot up. Then Xbox tells you there's an issue, and then you have to restart the app. It's not a big deal. Um, doesn't take too long to really boot up. I've got patience. Um, but then there were like other issues though, which was like something that should be addressed, like the Mega Boom. I think it's called the Mega Boom. The item that blows up enemies, objects, and whatever across the whole floor. So the issue with that is the item that's supposed to like get you to boss rush, like after the time of boss rush, doesn't work, like at all, and that's an issue. And then also, what's an issue is on dailies, the the self-sacrifice rooms that's meant to like kind of cheese to the system to get you to the lamb fight to get extra points doesn't work either. So, and there's no reset button on the Xbox, which probably explains one, like not too many people got 100%. I'm one of them that got 100%. Took a while, but I did it. Uh, yeah, so there's that, and like probably not too many people just got that version because some of the problems with it. I don't know. Of course, on the PC like this one, It can run pretty smoothly on here for an old machine. I mean, this is kind of an old game too. Came out a year after I built this, so I assume Repentance should be fine on the system. I don't know about the Xbox with the problems, but if they fix it and stuff, then kudos to them, really. Okay, we got some lunch. Maybe we should have taken that. Okay, no, never mind. Okay, so this is going to be different than obviously the Xbox version, because in the Xbox version, instead of being a those items in there, it was Krampus. But then, of course, didn't matter too much. Okay, yep, this room. And I've reading some stuff too about maybe little possibilities, like people kind of try to cheat the system with like spoiling themselves with the dailies, that somehow it would like give them some kind of a curse or something. I don't know how you would apply that, because it's kind of difficult to like, curate a system to where it's like, oh, we know you looked at this in your off time or something. I don't know how you got to do that. Maybe you do certain things to where the system's like, oh, you know exactly what to avoid and what not to avoid. Going to exact paths, I guess, to where it gets you to the boss rooms and stuff, not like aimlessly going through these floors like this one. I don't know. That'd be kind of an interesting little concept. They should also like fix the issues with like on the PC with the people hacking scores. And maybe make it more in the lines of I don't know, more dynamic like score placements for the dailies, I guess. I mean, in the sense of like you can search up users and stuff like that, which would be a nice feature, but it's kind of wild to think about. I had the Xbox since 2014. It's crazy to think about. Now I mostly use it for playing this game a little bit off and on, and then like, cause I'm trying to get my rest of my dailies in now that I finished the Crack the Crown for like the 6th time. I figured I wanted to get those kind of things done and over with, because when Repentance comes out, which comes out for the Xbox Q2, which is like between April and June sometime, I like to just get that kind of out of the way, kind of get everything ready. I mean, I'm going to be playing Repentance on this PC, obviously, because that's when it's going to come out first, and it's probably going to be a little bit more stable than the Xbox, unless, well, they're going to have to be fixing the bugs between now and probably as late as June for the release. Or it's just going to come with the release, I think. I think it's coming with the release. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, like, I got the Xbox One. I forgot what the first game I got for it, though. That's the thing. Because back then, I used to be on the 360. And it was kind of a powerhouse of a machine, so to speak, for the most part. Especially running on, like, games like Reach and stuff on there. So many classics. And then they were doing like this thing, which was kind of nice, with reverse or back compatibility. but I don't think they're going to be doing back compatibility for the newest one. It's probably going to be the lines of like doing select popular games, which is unfortunate because, well, maybe not, because like I know there's some games I want to play on the Xbox One that were originally on the original Xbox, but they can't play it because it's not a high-end title that was selected to be backwards compatible. So I don't know, like, I mean, it's probably be a lot cheaper just playing on the old console, or getting an old console and then just playing the game. I guess, instead of just going through that whole thing, it's like, oh, well, I don't want to get the system, I just want it all bit into one system. I guess that makes more sense. I mean, I'm not going to be paying out the butt for, like, the new Xbox One. And then goes our Boneheart. Or what is it called now? Xbox One X? No. Something weird. I don't know. They need to have, like, you know, unique names instead of just, you know, make tongue twisters for this kind of stuff. We're going to be rolling with this. Yeah, it's just... I mean, it's got to the point, too, where it's like, for the Xbox, for example, they are... See, this is the breaking item right here. We're going to hold on to it because the next floor is going to be a doozy. Is the next floor? I think it's the next floor. Or this floor. I don't know. Xbox versions are different. Let's see. Oh, hit that. Debit card, huh? Okay. I don't know. I guess when you get older, like, you're not as much into those consoles, which makes sense. Games. Like, I can't really get into Assassin's Creed. I can't really get into, like, you know, certain games. Like, I try. It's just, like, I can't. And there's, like, issues with games, too. It's, like, not being compatible with the systems, and they have to downgrade them. Just to, like, make them fit, stuff, so to speak. Make them run well. Or not well, but up to par, I guess. And not to mention that, like, anyways, Xbox is just kind of, like, doing a transition point now where they're putting more stuff onto PCs, like in their Microsoft store and their on Steam. I prefer Steam because Microsoft store doesn't give you like doesn't give you like a proper discount like other places. So to speak. Let's see here. So I think what we'll do is we'll use this on the fight. Oh, well, that's nice to know now. And just see how that goes. But yeah, it's... I still have my Xbox. I just use it mostly just to kind of watch videos and listen to music. Used to be where I was just playing all sorts of different games. Like, I tried getting back into the Destiny thing, Destiny 2, which, like, I was like a year or 2 years or something after it came out, and I've heard all sorts of just problems with it. I went in there, I was like, well, this is kind of cool. I guess they fixed the bulk of them. I tried their first raid, and yeah, it seemed like it was just a little bit more straightforward than, you know, the Vault of Glass when I first played it. And then I tried the this one Vex raid that came out a couple of years ago. I don't know, something like that. And I just kind of gave up on that. It was at that point where I just started giving up, starting to have this sense of just giving up on that kind of thing. Cause like I did the Forsaken one, the Forsaken raid, which I was fortunate enough to find a team that worked together, or multiple teams, and did stuff that wasn't the hardest for me or complicated, I guess. But no, like after that raid attempt I was trying to do, things kind of started like getting less and lesser to like play the game. To the point I'm just not playing it anymore. And I kind of see it now because like a lot of problems with Destiny, and I mean it's supposed to be a whatever, like MPG or whatever, like a multi something, whatever, and the problem with it was like, oh, like in order to get this weapon with these rolls and these stats and everything else, you have to grind. And boy, did I grind. Like, get certain, you know, curated stats, but like, I didn't get everything I wanted. And that's it's kind of a spiral, really. It's like, well, am I supposed to get this? Nah, well, you gotta grind. It's kind of like back in Destiny 1, the loot cave and stuff. People are like, oh, that's controversial. Da da da. They shouldn't be doing that. Da, da, da. Well, it showed the weaknesses to the point of the game and stuff, to where they need to be addressed. Which they kind of didn't. They kind of didn't fix that issue because people were constantly, coming up with different like methods to harvest like rolls and stuff. You know, restarting missions and everything. It's just like with Grand Theft Auto 5. Like it's the same kind of issue. Only with Grand Theft Auto 5, you know, they're trying to stiff you with getting shark cards, so to speak. All those shark cards, which I never bought a single one. I just kept grinding. I got the tank, and that's the thing. It's like you get the items and stuff, right? And you think like because it's Grand Theft Auto, you're doing terroristic acts and stuff like that, that you can just go over there and blow up players. Nope. Nope. Well, not players. More like players that are in vehicles, their own personal vehicles. Like, it doesn't do anything to, like, lose those vehicles. They can respawn them after a certain amount of time. But for you, as a player, oh no, like, blowing up, you know, cars and taking people's cars and stuff like that is fine in the game. But then it's like, on the flip side, it's like, oh, but on the other hand, you blew up this player and his vehicle, therefore, you're gonna be punished. And so they stick you into a lobby where they put you in there and they have a timer and you got like a dunce camp and everything, and you interact with the other players. It's like, you know, you pay a $60 game and you're expected to take a punishment for blowing up players and personal vehicles. Now, granted, like in the last game, Grand Theft Auto 4, with all the DLC and stuff, there wasn't any personal vehicles somewhat. Yeah, not somewhat, but pretty much like that. But the problem was, but there's no problems with like blowing up people's personal vehicles and doing this and that. None of that. I don't know what the kind of like idea set is with like doing that with players, but it seems like that's kind of like pushing it. Okay, here we'll not take stopwatch because I think this might be the floor. Okay, okay. Let me see here. Where would our secret room be? So it won't be there. Well, wait a minute. It could be in that. It could be here. Yep. Alright. Hopefully. There we go. What we got here? Word card. Well, that would have helped a little bit if we, yeah. So we'll take that. So that's a slightly different. So this is the slightly different version, as you expect. Okay, let's see here. So actually, you know what? We could use the poop card. Big old poopy, big old poopa scoop. Now, where did I do with that poop card? Okay, I might have put it into this other room, but I don't know. Games are complicated with like trying to find out the right mechanics and stuff, and I gotta stop playing Grand Theft Auto 5 over time, and it's gonna be a while for this room, but hopefully we find a petrified poop pretty soon. But yeah, it's, and I kind of see, you know, looking back with like Destiny and these other games like that, they I mean, it's not really worth it for me anymore. It's just like you're doing all this hard work to get like some monetary little item, and they constantly like add stuff. That's just a gimmick, is bring you back. So it's just stopped with the cycle, and they keep, I mean, they still like adding stuff to Destiny too, this day. They always got like the wolves thing. Not wolves, the Iron Banner. I never played the wolves DLC for Destiny 1. I played all the other ones. I kind of imagine, I mean, not imagine, I have an assumption that the newest Halo game is going to be something very similar. Because I've heard of, there we go, petrified poop, bless your heart. And there's a dime. So we might be able to utilize our shop a little bit more, which is nice. And we also got that diamond card. So that's going to triple our money. But I think if we get blank card, it's probably better to utilize it with that than shooting poops all the time. Well, the reason why I say that is because like they were talking about microtransactions for colors, just choosing colors and stuff. And I mean, it doesn't come to a surprise because like in Halo 5, they were trying to make a microtransaction for the rec packs. For me, I grinded that. I'm not playing the game anymore because it's like buggy. I don't like a lot of the system setup with like Spartan abilities and some of the weapons in there. I don't know, I got kind of bored with it after I got like rank 147, which is like crazy high. Well, my brother and I was grinding it more or less than anything. Don't want that. I might take that. And we might just pop that. Oh, you know what? Why did I pop that if I know there's going to be a blank card eventually? Oh, well. And we don't have the poop thing. Oh, well. It's fine. Well, there's no blank card on this floor anyways. Because the game is different. Yeah, we'll take the moon card, and we'll take this, and we'll take this, and we'll try this. Okay, nothing. Another thing I was big into is RuneScape. Now that was like a long journey with that game. And then when they started like adding more and more and more stuff, then it was like eventually I just kind of got away from that. I might consider going back to old school RuneScape, but that's also kind of a grind to, I don't know. I mean, we're pretty set for this run. Could have kept the, whatever card, but, the 2 diamonds, but, then again, because like how the Xbox version is different with this version, they might slightly shift the items to different floors, or not have them at all. Might have been this floor that the blank card's on. Or maybe I'm just mistaken. Maybe everything is just a dream. Ooh, addicted to my addiction. There we go. I think RuneScape was like my first like massive multiplayer game. Well, it would have been original, not original RuneScape. But like there was RuneScape 2, which was basically, old school now. And it was weird because like back then I didn't know much about the game, and my brother, and we mostly stayed in Lumbridge. Because, I mean, we did, well, in the area of Lumbridge, and I'm trying to remember. Maybe the coastal town or something? Just, because, like, it's weird because, like, we didn't know about, like, how big this map was or anything like that. So we thought it was just this limit of, just a little bit of the outskirts of Lumbridge to, like, Lumbridge. That was it. That was our circumference. Till we ran into a player who we promised to pay him gold coins to, like, what was it? Pay him gold coins to, I think, explore or like take us to new places or something like that. And what was interesting was like as we're getting further and further away and like realizing like well, we didn't have to pay him, and so we just like we just left, we just walked away from his path and stopped following him, and that just begun our journey. This long journey of RuneScape. And we just explored all sorts of different like territories, did all these quests and just all sorts of stuff, including the member stuff. The one time we accidentally died when we first got in the membership because we got poisoned and we had no clue how to deal with it. And we just died and lost a lot of our stuff. My brother got mad at me because of that. It's like, well, how would I know? I'm new to this too. And then I had to constantly like look at the wiki back then to like figure out how to do these quests, quest guides and stuff, just constantly, because like game demands so much from you, including like the puzzles and the random events and stuff. Like it's just there's so much. My brother, like in the later years, he was grinding and grinding and grinding so much, like he's got high stats. He can easily like make a bunch of money and stuff. It was ridiculous. Me with my account, I didn't do much until I got banned, but rip me. I'm pretty fortunate to have this fly. Yeah, this is definitely different than the last version. Because the last version, there was a shop on the Xbox. I believe that's Block Ruin. No, it's Hagalos. Oh, thank you for that. Yeah, it's something with these games though. Like part of the reason why I'm not getting an Xbox, you know, not only because of the thing with its performances and the games being on the PC, but it was just like you also got the issue with games not being ported properly. Like Fallout 4 wasn't really ported properly to Xbox One, and it's just super buggy, super slow, and yeah, it was just it had its share of problems. Well, you know what? Let's think about that. Let's go to the shop first. Here our shop B. I'm not worried too much about health, as you can see. And yeah, I guess that was just a conclusion of that run. We are healthy. We do be healthy. Yeah, fun.
Paralysis.
Okay, now let's take this. Okay. Oh, at first I thought we had like that thing from oh, what is it? Why can I not think of the name? I thought we had that ability with the Forgotten with switching characters. It's like, what's holding me back? No, it's not. It's just me holding myself back. Alrighty, that was a pretty good run for the most part. No breakage, but you know, it is what it is. You know, we could have found a, come to think of it, we could have found a, sacrifice room and go up to the lamb. I'm just so used to the Xbox version to where I can't do that. This is Red Mom. I just noticed. Retro Vision is just cramping my style a little bit there. There we go. Oh, trophy for me, you shouldn't have. Oh, and that's our prize. Alright, you're coming with me, little guy. And, oh, look at that. 1024th place and score. I'm pretty sure there was like some kind of a self-sacrifice that I've missed. Oh well. Well, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Like and subscribe.